Okay, so last week I talked about um, feeling stuck and how that's a decision overload problem, right? Not a knowledge problem. And today I want to talk about something that's a little quieter underneath that, but it's something that a lot of stagers deal with, and we rarely talk about it. We rarely say it out loud. Self doubt, right? Not the obvious kind where you're sitting there like, oh, I can't do this. No, that version is easier to catch because it's loud, right? It's like waving the flag at you. The version I'm talking about is sneakier than that because it doesn't announce itself as doubt at all. Here's what it actually looks like in your business, right? You place a piece in a room, you feel good about it, you walk away, and then you come back 20 minutes later and you move it again for no real reason. Or you see another stager's before and after post, and instead of just appreciating it and seeing like, wow, look at that beautiful work they did, you mentally start comparing your work, maybe your inventory, your client list to theirs. Maybe you get a question from a potential client, and instead of answering with the read you already have, you spend an hour researching what other stagers would say or scrolling a Facebook group looking for validation. You second guess a price you quoted the second you hit send, or you hold back from posting your own work because you're waiting to feel ready enough, whatever that means. Right? None of that feels like self doubt while it's happening. It feels responsible. It feels like you're being careful, you're being thorough, right? You want to make sure that you get it right before you commit. And that's what makes it so easy to miss, right? Nobody looks at themselves overthinking a placement and thinks, there's my self doubt. Look at me. It just looks like you're doing your due diligence. So let me tell you about the moment this actually clicked for me because it wasn't from a book or a course. It happened on a job. I was assisting another stager. We were finishing up a room together. We both stepped back at the same time to check our work. And the way you do, just scanning the space with fresh eyes, right? And in that same exact second, we both stepped forward again toward the same spot to fix the same thing. Same instinct, same read, right? Neither of us said anything. We both just saw it once and moved. And something clicked for me right there. And it helped me realize I already had it. I wasn't behind. If I was going for the same thing that she was, okay, I'm okay, right? I wasn't less than because I didn't have a truck or a warehouse or years of experience. My eye for the room was just as sharp as hers. I just never let myself fully believe that before that moment. So sit with this for a second. If you're constantly comparing your business to stagers with more inventory, more followers, more services, more everything, that's not research. It feels like research, but it's just noise. And every minute you spend measuring yourself against someone else's business is a minute you're not spending trusting the read you already have, the one you've actually built through doing the work. So let's put this into practice, not just talk about it. Here's what I want you to try this week. Next time you catch yourself about to ask somebody else's opinion on something you already have a gut feeling about, whether it's a placement, a price, a caption, whatever, stop before you ask. Just stop yourself, grab a notebook or your notes app or wherever. Write down what your gut is telling you first. Just a sentence like, I think this piece should stay. I think this price is fair. Whatever it is, write it down before anybody else weighs in. And then go ahead and get the second opinion if you still want one. But now you've got something to check it against. And I want you to notice over the next few weeks, like how often is your gut right? It's probably not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But right more often than the constant second guessing that you're looking at, right? Not becoming someone who never asks for input. That's not the goal, right? The goal is trusting yourself enough that asking becomes a choice, not a reflex that you just can't turn off. If you want more of this kind of thing, come hang out with us in the Clarity Lounge. It's free. The link is below. Watch one of these other videos, but come join us in the lounge. We would love to have you. Have a great day, everybody.